What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love?
Hi everyone, my name is Elisa and welcome to my channel. This time I'm gonna just jump right into the topic of the video. I'm currently in Ukraine, my home country where I was born and raised, at least for the first 13 years of my life before the Russian invasion, and I just wanted to pick up my camera, and I'm packing right now to leave already, but I just wanted to pick up my camera and kind of talk about some things that I've noticed, some key takeaways, and just my thoughts. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching, or at least watch for a couple of minutes and listen to what I have to say. I have to start by saying that the reality of living in Ukraine is so surreal. I don't judge anyone that isn't able to comprehend how it is to live here, because you can't really understand, you can't really grasp that if you're not here and if you're not actually experienced it yourself. Because even Ukrainians who live abroad at the moment, who were forced to leave, they still don't understand it sometimes to a certain extent. So I don't judge anyone, and I don't blame anyone, most certainly, for not understanding. But I would really like people to at least try and be empathetic. And I know a lot of people all over the globe have been, especially in the first few months, in the first year of the war. But we have to keep going, and this support is really, really much needed and much appreciated here, because the Ukrainian people really do have an extraordinary will to win and to fight and to get our land and our people back, our territory, our independence back. Because we really do have a lot to lose in this war. I can't tell you how proud I am of my country for all the steps and growth we've made in the last, I'd say, 10 years. I'm 15, and I can most certainly tell you that in the last 10 years there's been such a huge step that we took. You can really feel a difference from 20 years, 15 years, 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. There is such a huge difference of Ukraine back then and Ukraine now, even in the times of war, because the people are really amazing. I can't even explain it. I'm not saying it just because I'm Ukrainian myself, but when you meet those people, you'll understand what I'm trying to say and explain and kind of get across. Especially how digitalized Ukraine is. Just scan a QR code, pay for it. It's very digitalized. Everything is super, super convenient for people. And you really have no idea how much effort there is in getting every kilometer that our army is getting back, how much effort goes into that, and how much blood, sweat, and tears quite literally goes into that. And we're not just trying to get our territory back, or you know we're also protecting Europe, and we're taking all the evil that Russia possibly can do, we're taking it on to ourselves. We're protecting the whole of Europe, if not the whole world, and people really can't understand that. Something I've also noticed is how many also something I've noticed in the last 1-2 weeks that I've been here is how many people from all over the world there are. How many I wouldn't say tourists, they're probably journalists or people who work here, but still international people here. You wouldn't expect to see it because, there's a war going on in the country, but they're still here. And I have to say, I appreciate it so, so, so much, because especially living in Amsterdam, I feel like a lot of people in the Western world have, forgotten about the war, or just kind of choose to ignore it because they're exhausted of hearing about it. They're tired of hearing about Ukraine and all the news, and I understand how draining it is, but trust me, you have no idea, absolutely no clue how exhausted Ukrainians are. So, it's not for nothing, but war really does affect every single aspect of life there is, and you can really, really feel it everywhere you go, anywhere you are in Ukraine, you can feel that there's war going on. It doesn't matter how nice it seems, how much fun you're having. I've gone out a couple of times with friends and my mom, my family, and everything seems great, because that's just how our nation, how it is in our country, like without our neighbors, without the evil of Russia. I just don't have another word. Like, I'm sorry if I'm repeating the same words, or like evil of Russia. I know a lot of people are gonna say, oh, they're not evil. I would have to disagree. I also see a lot of people, I see a lot of Ukrainian influencers who are posting like videos, and they look perfectly fine, but I see a lot of people in the comments be like, oh, but isn't there war in Ukraine? Oh, you're just pretending. Oh, you're just like, you're trying to be the victim. Trust me when I say that you take a nice photo, a picture, a video, anything, like all the influencers that you see posting online, anyone who's currently in Ukraine, if they post something nice, I can honestly tell you that, like, I guarantee half an hour before that, 10 minutes before that, whatever time it was before that they took the photo or a video, I guarantee you there was an air raid alert, there was some other shit going on, there was a rocket flying by, anything, like you name it, it probably was happening. So do not trust the perfect photos that you see online. Doesn't even matter, like not even in the context of Ukraine and wartime. Anything you see online, like, please don't be so quick to believe it or to judge someone or anything. Just keep in your head that social media is so fake and you just don't get to see the whole picture. So keep that in mind. And I can tell from my own experience that, I took a nice photo at a great restaurant, and 30 minutes before that I was hiding in the parking because there was an air raid alert, and there were warnings about rockets. They're called Shahed. Like, please don't trust it. You just don't. So I can honestly tell you that every single family has been affected in one way or another by this invasion, and I just hope that um, that our next generation, myself included, that we will still do great despite all the pain and all the trauma and everything that we had to go through because of Russia. I hope that it won't stop us from reaching our goals and achieving great things, because there really is so much potential in this country, and as I said, there's been so much growth and progress in the last 10 years, and I would really love to see what would have happened this if Russia didn't invade and didn't steal our happiness, destroy families, ruin childhoods and lives of innocent people. You know, I would give everything to see our country win and to finally be safe, to see families uniting, coming back here and just living life. And I have so much more to say, but I am super tired and it's 11. It's 11:30 and I haven't slept well last night. Again, guess why? Because of the sirens and everything. It just, you hear it, you can't go back to sleep. Sometimes you can, because you're at a certain point you're just, I don't. But you know, any normal person with a mental anyone mentally stable be afraid to go back to sleep. I also want to talk about the sorry. I also want to talk about the tactics that Russians use and what they do, and sometimes, especially international people, they don't know, like international, everyone who's not Ukrainian, people don't notice it or don't pay attention to it really. But what I've seen recently at the Olympics, a couple days ago at the gymnastics competition, there was a German girl competing, or I thought she was German, but then I saw her name and it was Daria Varfolomeev, I think. She's competing for Germany. She has a German citizenship, and you'd think that she's neutral and she doesn't support this war, but if you scroll on her Instagram, if you look deeper into her, she's posted numerous photos. She was posing, and there was a map behind her of Europe, and a huge part of occupied Ukraine by the Russians was a part of Russia. So Ukraine didn't have Crimea and Kherson and Donbass, Donetsk, Luhansk. All of those Ukrainian cities were labeled as Russia. So I don't think that's somebody who doesn't support the war. I don't think anyone who is against this would do that. She's a lot of Olympic athletes have posed with Putin, with other Russian politicians that fully support the war and fund it and, you know, keep it going. So it's just crazy to me how the world is closing their eyes because they're tired of it or they just don't want to deal with it. But, you know, just look up Russian war crimes in Ukraine. I would tell you myself, but I'm sure YouTube would block it and, you know, not get this video across. So just go ahead and search up. I'm sure that the list, I'm not even sure, I know the list is endless, and look up the pictures as well if you know you can handle it, because it's absolutely horrible. It is I don't even have words for it. It's just inhuman. It's inhumane, you know? To end this video, I just want to say that every little show of support is so greatly recognized and appreciated. So please keep supporting, donating if you can, and reminding people, spreading awareness, anything really. And yeah, I hope you learned something new with this video. My intention was to, after hearing all these horrible stories from my friends and just people that I've seen during my time here, and how desperately they want to share these stories and how much they want to be heard. That's the only thing they're asking for. So I am hopefully spreading more awareness, information, and yeah, that's really the goal. And I'm gonna end here. I hope you enjoy your morning, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are. And yeah, thank you. Bye bye.